Hello everyone and welcome to your app and welcome to the most awaited revision MCQ session for day 1 to day 5 of October. So guys, today we'll be covering 60 MCQs from day 1 to day 5 of October 2021. So let's get started. But before that, I would like to request you all to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon. And why is that important? Well, so you don't miss any future updates regarding such important videos for your exam preparation. Guys, you can join our Telegram channel as well, link for which is in the description box below. Through the Telegram channel, you will get the notifications for the videos. Along with that, you will be getting the PDF which are essential for your revision of the MCQs which we'll be doing in today's video. So I hope you all are excited, and with that excitement, we have also brought in a Super Navratri sale for which is offering you flat 40% off on our courses, and it is starting from today, that is 9th October, and it will be valid till 11th October. Just use code EDT, that is EduTap 40 EDT 40 on our website, and you will be able to get 40% off on our courses. So I hope you all are excited now, and let's get started with the MCQs. The first question that I have for you is that Union Minister Piyush Goyal has announced to set up Weaver Services and Design Resource Center in which state? The options are Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, or Goa. Come on, guys, let's make this chat box a little more, working. And the right answer for this question is the question number one. The right answer is Himachal Pradesh. So, Union Minister Piyush Goyal has announced a Weaver Services and Design Resource Center that will be set up in Kullu district of Himachal Pradesh. Why is this center being set up? The center is being set up to encourage interactive handicraft products of the state, besides providing a better platform for the export of these products in international market. We know that India is trying to become the export hub. Hence, these initiatives are really important to encourage the people to work in this their cultural sectors. So next we have that recently which ministry has launched India's first all India helpline, elder line for senior citizens? So which of the following ministries has launched this? The options are Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Ministry of MSMEs, Ministry of Railways, or Ministry of HRD. I hope the answer is right up in your mind after looking at the options. What are we talking about? We are talking about an elder line for senior citizens, basically a helpline number. Which ministry will provide such services? The right answer is Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. That is easy, right? So the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has launched India's first helpline for senior citizens named Elder Line, for which the toll free number is given over here, and the platform will allow senior citizens to connect and share their concerns, get information and guidance on problems that they face on daily basis, and it is a free platform for the senior citizens. So isn't it a good initiative, right? So what do we need to remember? Elder Line is first of its kind initiative for senior citizens from Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. I hope you all are set for the next question. So the next question is that recently in which city CM Yogi Adityanath has launched Nirbhaya Ek Pehel program under Mission Shakti Phase 3. So who has launched it? Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. He has launched what? Nirbhaya Ek Pehel program under the Mission Shakti Phase 3. So in which of the following cities has this been launched? The options are Kanpur, Lucknow, Allahabad, Varanasi, or none of the above. Come on, guys. Come on. Give me the right answer for this. A very important question. CM Yogi Adityanath has launched Nirbhaya Ek Pehel under Mission Shakti in which of the following cities? The right answer is Lucknow. So in Lucknow, CM Yogi Adityanath has launched Nirbhaya Ek Pehel under the Mission Shakti Phase 3. The program is aimed at promoting women's safety, respect, and self reliance. 75,000 women will get connected with state banks, get loans at cheaper rates, and get benefits of state subsidies under Pradhan Mantri Yojana for 3 months. So next we have that recently Adayur chili and Kututur mango have received geographical indication status from which of the following states? Doesn't this question look familiar? We did cover it in the day 5 of October, right? So the options are Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh. Guys, the link for day 1 to day 5 October videos are in the description box below. If you want, you can go back and revise. We have covered some current affairs from this particular uh, quiz, so you can go back and revise this particular question. The Adyur chili and Kotatur mango have received geographical indication from, the right answer is Kerala. So they have received the GI status from Kerala. Next we have that which bank was removed by RBI from its prompt corrective action framework. So RBI has removed which of the following banks from its prompt corrective action framework? आरबीआई ने किस बैंक के ऊपर से प्रॉम्प्ट करेक्टिव एक्शन फ्रेमवर्क को हटा दिया है? दी ऑप्शंस आर पंजाब नेशनल बैंक, सेंट्रल बैंक, येस बैंक, इंडियन ओवरसीज बैंक और स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. कौन गाइस? द राइट आंसर should be right in front of your eyes. The right answer is Indian Overseas Bank. So the Indian Overseas Bank was put under the RBI's PCA framework in October 2015, and recently RBI has announced that it has lifted the curbs on Indian Overseas Bank and taken the bank out of prompt corrective action framework. So that means the working of Indian Overseas Bank is improving. I hope this is clear. We are talking about the Indian Overseas Bank PCA framework uplifted by RBI. So moving on, next we have that recently the central government has announced the division of 41 factories of Ordnance Factory Board into how many new corporate units? So we have covered this as well. So we are talking about the Ordnance Factory Board, and government has announced the division of 41 factories into how many new corporate units? So we do remember that 41 factories have been now dissolved into defense PSUs. So we are talking about how many new defense PSUs have been incorporated. The right answer is 7. So the Ordnance Factory Board has been dissolved with effect from October 1, and the center has said the 41 factories of OFB will be divided into 7 new corporates. These 7 new entities include, so these are the name of the 7 new entities. You can pause the video or you can get the PDF from the Telegram channel and revise these names. Do remember that 41 factories have been dissolved into 7 new corporate units. Moving on, next we have that recently, State's Forest Department has inaugurated the state's first palmatum in which state's forest department? Okay, so which state's forest department has inaugurated the state's first palmatum? The options are West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand or Goa. So you have to tell me that first palmatum has been inaugurated in which of the following states by its state forest department? The right answer is Uttarakhand, and Uttarakhand State Department has inaugurated the first palmatum in Uttarakhand. So moving on, next we have that recently which small finance bank has announced to shut down its automated teller machines ATMs from 1st October 2021. The options are Suryodaya Small Finance Bank, AU Small Finance Bank, Equitas Small Finance Bank, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, Jana Small Finance Bank. And what are we talking about? We are talking about ATMs. We know the cash dispensing machines. ATMs have been shut down by which of the following banks? The right answer for this is Surya Uday Small Finance Bank, and Surya Uday Small Finance Bank has now shut down its automated teller machines. But will the bank keep functioning without an ATM? Obviously no. So the bank is planning to formulate a strategy where it would offer its customers 5 to 7 free transactions per month when they use ATMs of other banks. So you can still use ATMs of other banks to withdraw cash. Customers will be able to use their Suryodaya bank ATM debit card at most ATMs of other banks for cash withdrawal. In addition to this, customers will also be able to use both internet banking and mobile banking. So obviously, A bank, how will it work without ATM, without dispensing cash for its customers? So the bank, that is Suryodaya Small Finance Bank, has provided the provision for its customers to withdraw cash from other banks' ATMs. Along with that, their ATM card, debit card will work, and their net banking and mobile banking will continue to work. So this is an important news. Why? Because shutting down its own ATMs is not a small thing. So that is why Surya Uday Small Finance Bank has now come up in news. It has shut down its ATM machines. Next, guys, I would like to uh, know that whether you are feeling comfortable with the speed of the session. It is just that because it is for our revision, we will try and cover up the MCQs quickly, since we have a lot of MCQs to cover in today's video. So now the next question is that recently which bank has announced to become the official partner of Tamil Nadu government's integrated financial and human resource management system? So the question is asking official partner bank of Tamil Nadu government's, this is the name of the organization, that is integrated financial and human resource management system. So this is the way to decode a question quickly. Just look at the key points. The key points here are the bank, partner of Tamil Nadu government's, IFHRMS. The options are Indian Bank, Canara Bank, Syndicate Bank, Bank of Baroda, Punjab National Bank, and the right answer should be coming up in the chat box. So do let me know what is the right answer for question number 9 in the chat box. Which of the following banks has announced to become the official partner of Tamil Nadu government's integrated financial and human resource management system? The right answer is Indian Bank. So Indian Bank has partnered with uh, Tamil Nadu government's integrated financial and human resource management system for collection of offline and online treasury. So I hope this is clear. Indian Bank, Tamil Nadu government. Moving on, next we have that recently HAL, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, has tied up with Alliance Air for deployment of Civil DO 228 aircraft in which state? So Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has tied up with Alliance Air for deployment of Civil DO 228 aircraft in which state? The options are Maharashtra, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Sikkim, or Assam. I will repeat the options once again in the correct order: Maharashtra, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Assam, or Sikkim. So HAL has tied up with Alliance Air in which of the following states to deploy the Civil DO 228 aircraft? The right answer is Arunachal Pradesh. So Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has signed a lease agreement with the Alliance Air Aviation for supply of two Civil DO 228 aircrafts for operation in Arunachal Pradesh. So this will give boost to the India's regional connectivity scheme, that is RCS, and the aircraft is basically a versatile aircraft well suited for operations in the northeast and has the capability for short takeoff and landing, which is really important looking at the terrain of Arunachal Pradesh. So moving on, next we have that recently Russian actor and director have reached the International Space Station in an attempt to shoot first movie in orbital space. So I hope this point is particularly clear. Russian actor and director have reached International Space Station in an attempt to shoot first movie in orbital space. What is the name of Russian space agency? And I would like to ask additional question: what is the name of this particular movie? The options are NASA, SpaceX, CNES, Roscosmos, or CNSA. I know you all will be able to answer this question since we have covered it in day 5 of October again. You have to tell me what is the name of the movie as well. The right answer for the name of the space agency is Roscosmos. So that is the name of Russian space agency. And isn't it a challenge to go to the space and shoot a movie? So with that, I asked you to remember the name of the movie, The Challenge. So I hope guys this is clear. Now we can move on to the next question, that is, recently which environmental organization has won the 2021's Right Livelihood Award? So the options are Greenpeace India, Center for Science and Environment, National Ganga River Basin Authority, MS Swaminathan Research Foundation, Legal Initiative for Forest and Environment. So come on guys, quickly tell me which organization has won 2021 Rights Livelihood Award. The right answer for this is Legal Initiative for Forest and Environment. So they have won the Right Livelihood Award 2021. The Delhi based environmental organization, so we now know that it is a Delhi based organization. Legal Initiative for Forest and Environmental Life for Environment, the name of the organization becomes LIFE Life, has been facilitated with the 2021 Right Livelihood Award, an international honor also known as Sweden's Alternative Nobel Prize. So, if the question comes, what is the name of the Sweden's Nobel Prize? The answer would be Right Livelihood Award. Life has been selected for the award for its grassroots approach of empowering vulnerable communities to protect livelihoods and claim their right to clean environment. So that's a good initiative being taken by Life, and their approach towards solving these social issues is also great, and hence they have been given Sweden's Alternative Nobel Prize, named 2021 Right Livelihood Award. And Life, that is Legal Initiative for Forest and Environment organization, is based in Delhi. Next, we have that recently central government has changed the name of midday meal scheme to what? So the midday meal scheme name has been changed to, the options are Poshan Meal, PM Poshan Scheme, Bhoj Poshan, PM Vardhan, PM Nutrition. The right answer for new name of midday meal scheme is PM Poshan Scheme. So the Union Cabinet has approved the continuation of midday meal scheme for another 5 years, and that would be till 2026. The financial outlay of 54,000 crores from central government and 31,733 crores from the states and union territories as a part of midday meal scheme for national scheme for PM Poshan in schools. As many as 11.8 crore children studying in 11.2 lakh crores will be covered. So what are the important key takeaways? It has been extended till 2026 and it has been renamed to PM Poshan. So moving on, next we have that recently who was the chief guest at the Global FinTech Fest 2021. The options are Nirmala Sitharaman, Anurag Thakur, Nitin Gadkari, Piyush Goyal, or Amit Shah. So who was the chief guest of Global FinTech Fest 2021? The right answer for this is Nirmala Sitharaman, and Nirmala Sitharaman, who is the Finance and Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, was the chief guest of Global FinTech 2021. What was the theme for the event? The theme for Global FinTech 2021 Fest was FinTech Empowering a Global Digital Economy. So I hope this is clear. Now we can move on to the next question, that is, recently NABARD has approved the loan scheme for yak husbandry in which state? So NABARD has approved a loan scheme for yak husbandry in which state? The options are Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh. So NABARD has approved loan scheme for yak in husbandry in, the right answer is Arunachal Pradesh. And the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is NABARD, has approved a credit plan for yak husbandry in Arunachal Pradesh to strengthen livelihoods for herders. The scheme for yak herders was developed by National Research Center on Yak, that is NRCY. So I hope this is clear, guys. So NABARD has approved a credit plan for yak husbandry in Arunachal Pradesh. So moving on, next we have that which city has been declared as greenest city for real estate in India? So which city has been declared greenest city for real estate in India? The options are Pune, Noida, Delhi, Chennai, or Dehradun. What are we talking about? The greenest city for real estate. in India? The right answer to this question is Delhi. And Delhi is the greenest city for real estate in India, but ranks 63rd globally. So we need to cover both the points. Delhi has been ranked 1 in India and 63 globally. What are the other key points to remember? The property consultant Knight Frank has given this ranking. London, Shanghai, New York, Paris, and Washington are the world's top 5 green cities for real estate. Followed with Chennai with a global rank of 224. So after Delhi, the next ranking is of Chennai at 224. Just look at the massive difference between Delhi and Chennai from 63 to directly 224. And Mumbai with a rank of 240, Hyderabad with a rank of 245, Bengaluru with a rank of 259, and Pune with a global rank of 260. What are the important key takeaways from here? The important key takeaways would be Delhi has been ranked 63 globally, number 1 in India. It has been given out by the property consultant Knight Frank, and the top 5 cities are London, Shanghai, New York, Paris, and Washington. I hope this is clear. Next question that I have for you is that recently which country has introduced a new currency with 6 fewer zeros? The options are Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico, or Spain. So, which of the following countries has introduced a new currency with 6 fewer zeros? The right answer for this is Venezuela. So, Venezuela has introduced a new currency with 6 fewer zeros. What does that mean? That means if earlier a currency had 6 zeros, now it will be simply turned into this. No more 6 zeros. So basically, in order, so basically the old currency had become almost worthless as a result of world's worst inflation, and hence the payment system was near collapse due to inflation and the large number of digits, and hence they have come up with a new currency that has reduced the number of zeros in its currency. So I hope this is clear, and this is very important. The question could also be asked in some other forms. So what you need to remember is that due to high inflation, the currency of Venezuela had depreciated. Hence it has come up with a new currency with 6 fewer zeros, 6 less decimal points. Next, we have that recently which organization collaborated with the Ministry of Labor and Employment to launch a digital skill initiative called DigiSaksham. The options are Oracle India, Intel, Facebook, Microsoft India, or Google. So, which organization has collaborated with Ministry of Labor and Employment to launch a digital skill initiative called DigiSaksham? The right answer is Microsoft India. So, Union Labor and Employment Minister Bhupendra Yadav has launched DigiSaksham, and it has been launched for free of cost training in digital skills. It has been launched with Microsoft India. So I hope this is clear. Moving on to next question, we have that recently who has been appointed as the MD and CEO of National Securities Depositories NSDL. The options are G Sivakumar, Padmaja Chundru, Rajni Gupte, Priya Subram, or Atul Kumar. Guys, what is NSDL? Why is this so important? I will let you know, but before, the right answer for this question, question number 19, is Padmaja Chundru. Padmaja Chundru has been appointed as the MD and CEO of National Securities Depository Limited, and she has replaced GV Rageswara Rao as the MD and CEO of NSDL. Now, here comes the important point. In India, there are only two depositories, namely NSDL and Central Depository Limited, that is CDSL. So, this is why it becomes really important to remember this. Padmaja Chundru has been appointed as the MD and CEO of NSDL. Moving on, next we have that recently who has been appointed as the brand ambassador of Parimal Pharma's brand Little's Baby Wipes and Little's Comfy Baby Pants. The options are Deepika Padukone, Kareena Kapoor, Kyra Advani, Priyanka Chopra, or Aishwarya Rai? The right answer is Kareena Kapoor. So Kareena Kapoor has been appointed as Parimal Pharma's Limited Consumer Products Division as its brand ambassador. What does this brand offer you? It offers you baby wipes and little comfy baby pants. So moving on, next we have that recently which Indian conglomerate has acquired the financial services company DHFL. The options are Lupin Limited, Parimal Enterprises, Sun Pharma, Wockhardt, or Max Life. Again, we have covered this topic. A very easy question. The right answer is Parimal Enterprises. So, Parimal Enterprises has completed the acquisition of Diwan Housing Finance Limited, that is DHFL. So, the total consideration amount uh, would be around 34 to 38,000 crore rupees. So I hope this is also clear. So what would be the important key takeaway from here? That Parimal Enterprises has completed, that means it has acquired the Diwan Housing Finance Limited DHFL. Moving on, next we have that recently which small finance bank has signed a pact with NABARD to boost rural development in Rajasthan. So, a bank that has signed a pact with NABARD to boost rural development in Rajasthan. The options are AU Small Finance Bank, Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, Equitas Small Finance Bank, Jana Small Finance Bank, FinCare Small Finance Bank. The right answer for this question, come on guys, let's have the right answer in the chat box. The right answer for this question is AU Small Finance Bank. So, AU Small Finance Bank has signed a pact with National Bank for Rural and Development, that is NABARD, to boost ongoing rural development initiatives in Rajasthan. So these would be the keywords to remember. AU Small Finance Bank partner with NABARD to boost ongoing rural development in Rajasthan. So this is an MOU that has been signed between NABARD and AU Small Finance Bank. So moving on, next we have that recently who has been appointed as the chairperson of expert committee formed by IFSCA on Sustainable Finance Hub at IFSC. The options are Sujoy Bose, Amit Garg, V. Bala Subramaniam, C.K. Mishra, or Amit Kumar. Come on, guys, can we have the right answer in the chat box? Who has been appointed as the chairperson of expert committee formed by IFSCA on Sustainable Finance Hub at IFSC? The right answer for this question is C.K. Mishra. So, the International Financial Services Centers Authority, that is IFSCA, has constituted an expert committee to recommend approach towards development of sustainable finance hub at IFSC. The expert committee will be chaired by Shri C.K. Mishra. We are talking about an expert committee and it will be chaired by Shri C.K. Mishra, the former Secretary to Government of India, Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change. So do remember, Shri C.K. Mishra has been appointed, will chair the expert committee of the IFSCA. So moving on, next we have that recently which financial institution granted loan assistance of USD 356.67 million to Tamil Nadu for expansion of Chennai Metro Rail Station. Sorry guys, Chennai Metro Rail System. The options are World Bank, Asian Development Bank, New Development Bank, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, or International Monetary Fund. So which of the following institutions has granted the loan assistance to Tamil Nadu for the expansion of Chennai Metro Rail System? The right answer is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. The Beijing based, that is China based, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank AIIB has approved $356.67 million as loan for the expansion of Chennai Metro Rail System, taking the bank's financing for various projects in India to USD $6.7 billion, making the country its largest beneficiary. So that means that Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank has become India's largest beneficiary by giving $6.7 billion as loans for various development projects, of course. So, the key takeaways: Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank AIIB has provided 356.67 US dollars, 356.67 million US dollars for the expansion of Chennai Metro rail system. The next question is that recently, what was the theme for 7th edition of Swachh Sarvekshan launched by government for the year 2022? The options are remove waste from our life, people first, citizen participation, waste to health, waste to wealth, or sustainable living. I will repeat the question. What was the theme for the 7th edition of Swachh Sarvekshan launched by the government? The right answer is people first. So Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, so that ministry has launched the Swachh Sarvekshan, the 7th consecutive edition of Swachh Sarvekshan with people first as its driving philosophy. Swachh Sarvekshan is the world's largest urban cleanliness survey. I hope this is clear. Remember the theme, remember the edition, remember the ministry, and why is it so important? Because it is world's largest urban cleanliness survey. So can we move to the next question? Well, yes, of course. So the next question is that recently, which organization recently launched pay feature on its mobile app to provide integrated facility of QR code based payment and loyalty points? What are we talking about? Pay feature, mobile app, to provide integrated facility of QR code based payment and loyalty points. The options are PhonePe, Paytm, Google Pay, Payback India, or MobiKwik. The right answer is Payback India. So we all know that PhonePe, Paytm, Google Pay, MobiKwik, they already provide us with such solutions. So Payback India is the right answer. The pay feature launched by Bharat Pay subsidiary Payback India will help users make payment through unified payment interface based quick response codes while earning and redeeming their loyalty points even at small merchant outlets. I hope you have seen that logo with a logo like this. That is Payback India logo, and they have come up with this solution, and it is a subsidiary of Bharat Pay. So next we have that recently My Life in Full, Work, Family and Our Future is memoir of which person? The options are Indra Nui, Vinita Bali, Shikha Sharma, Aruna Jayanti or Jayanti Sinha. So My Life in Full, Work, Family and Our Future is a memoir of which person? The right answer is Indra Nui. So Indra Nui, who is the former CEO of PepsiCo, has come out with her memoir that is My Life in Full, Work, Family and Our Future. The book has been published by Hachette India. The book is about the journey of Nui's life from a middle class girl from Chennai to becoming global chief executive of PepsiCo in 2006 and her success in corporate world. I mean, a lot of people would be looking forward to her as a role model because she was from a middle class family and she ended up becoming the global chief executive of PepsiCo in 2006. So, the name of her memoir is My Life in Full, Work, Family, and Our Future. Moving on, next we have that recently central government has extended the tenure of whom as CMD of MTNL. So you can basically tell me who is the CMD of MTNL. The options are Manoj Kumar, Prathmesh Rechura, Nimati Vikas, PK Parwar or Rajiv Kumar. MTNL. The right answer is PK Parwar. So the government of India has extended the additional charge of PK Parwar as chairman and managing director, that is CMD of MTNL, for a period of 1 year. PK Parwar is also the chairman and managing director of BSNL. The government has already announced the merger of BSNL and MTNL. So now you know who is the CMD of BSNL and who is the CMD of MTNL. The answer is PK Parwar, and soon BSNL and MTNL will be merged. So moving on, next we have that which bank has recently signed a master agreement with three NBFC microfinance institutions, NBFC MFIs, for co-lending to joint liability groups. So recently, which bank has signed a master agreement with the three NBFC microfinance institutions? The options are ICICI Bank, Bank of Baroda, HDFC Bank, State Bank of India or Canara Bank. The right answer for this is State Bank of India. So State Bank of India signed a master agreement with 3 NBFC microfinance institutions. The name of these institutions are Vedika Credit Capital, Save Microfinance Private Limited, and Paisa Load Digital for co-lending to individual members of joint liability groups to undertake agriculture and allied activities, including other income generation activities. What should you remember? You should remember the name of the bank and remember the initiative. So moving on, next we have that recently which bank has signed a co-lending partnership with Indil Money to offer gold loans at competitive rates. The options are State Bank of India, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Federal Bank, Dhanlaxmi Bank, or IndusInd Bank. Now the right answer for the question, come on guys, I will give you a small hint. The name of the firm is very much similar to the name of the bank. So I hope now you will be able to answer this very easily. The right answer is IndusInd Bank. So Indil Bank has signed a co-lending partnership with IndusInd Bank to offer gold loans at competitive rates to bigger and diverse segment of borrowers. I hope this is easy. I hope this is clear. Indil Money, IndusInd Bank have signed an agreement to provide gold loans at competitive rates. Next, we have that recently in which state the first Khasi women chief minister, chief secretary, sorry guys, chief secretary has been appointed. The options are Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Nagaland, or Sikkim. The first Khasi woman chief secretary. The options are Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Nagaland, or Sikkim. The right answer is Meghalaya. So Rebecca Vanessa Shishang has become first ever native woman of as chief secretary of Meghalaya. The outgoing Chief Secretary of Meghalaya, M.S. Rao, handed over the charge to R.S. Sushyang in the presence of top officials of various departments. So, what are the important key takeaways? The incoming person who is the first ever native woman to take the post. The outgoing Chief Secretary, that is M.S. Rao. So, I hope this is clear. Now we can move on to the next question, that is recently which a union minister has launched month-long nationwide Clean India program. The options are Anurag Thakur, Piyush Goyal, Prahlad Joshi, Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh. So who among the following has launched the Clean India program? The right answer is Anurag Thakur. So the Union Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports has launched month-long Clean India program for from October 1 to October 31 as a part of Amrit Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration. So why is that important? Well, we are talking about a month-long Clean India program. So that comes under the ESIA, and we are talking about the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav initiative celebrations. So we need to remember both the things, that the Clean India program has been launched by Anurag Thakur, which is a 1 month long uh, Clean India program. This cleanliness drive aims to propagate the mantra of Clean India, Safe India. So this is it from this news. Next we have that recently who has been appointed as the new MD and CEO of rating agency CRISIL. The options are Vinita Bali, Amish Mehta, Girish Paranje, Shamla Gopinath, or Amit Khade. So the right answer for this is Amish Mehta. So Amish Mehta has been appointed as the new MD and CEO of CRISIL. He will be replacing Ashu Suyash, and CRISIL is owned by S&P. So do remember, Amish Mehta is the new CEO and MD of CRISIL, and the outgoing person is Ashu Suyash, and CRISIL is owned by S&P. It is a rating agency. Moving on, next we have that recently name the winners of the 2021 Global Leadership Award by the US Business Council, USIBC. The options are Shiv Nadar, Sundar Pichai, Malika Srinivasan, both Shiv Nadar and Malika Srinivasan, or both Shiv Nadar or Sundar Pichai. The right answer is both Shiv Nadar and Malika Srinivasan. So the Indian Business Council, USIBC, has chosen Shiv Nadar and Malika Srinivasan as the recipient of 2021 Global Leadership Award. Shiv Nadar is the founder and chairman of HCL Technologies, and Malika Srinivasan is the chair and managing director of Tractors Farm Equipment Limited, that is TAFE. Both will be honored uh, between October 6 to 7, 2021. Next, guys, we have that recently which comic book character was named the official mascot of Namami Gange program. We are talking about the mascot of Namami Gange program. The options are Dora, Doraemon, Banklal, Chacha Chaudhary, or Shaktiman. Don't confuse Dora with Doraemon. Dora is the Dora the Explorer. Okay. So, which comic book character has been named the official mascot of Namami Gange program? The right answer is Chacha Chaudhary. With the aim of bringing behavioral change among children towards Ganga and other rivers, the center has declared Indian comic book character Chacha Chaudhary as the mascot of government's Namami Gange program. So, the Ministry of Jal Shakti has informed that National Mission for Clean Ganga, that is NMCG, has also tied up with Diamond Toons to develop and distribute comics, e-comics, and animated videos. So basically, we are trying to incorporate the change within, during the childhood of a child by telling them about Clean Ganga project through the animations and comic books. Now moving on, next we have that recently which bank has signed a co-lending agreement with Ugrow Capital to provide credit support to MSMEs. So which bank has signed a co-lending agreement with Ugrow Capital? The options are IDFC Bank, State Bank of India, Kotak Mahindra Bank, DBS Bank, or IDBI Bank. Come on guys, the right answer for co-lending agreement with Ugrow Capital. The right answer for this is IDBI Bank. So IDBI Bank has signed a co-lending agreement with Ugrow Capital. Now, okay. So moving on, next we have that recently which technology company has launched creator education program in India. What are we talking about? A creator education program that has been launched in India. The options are Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, or Twitter. Come on guys, we have covered this before. The right answer is Facebook. And when did we cover it before? Well, I think it was in July or August when Facebook was coming up with such a creator education program for select creators only, and now Facebook has launched largest creator education and enablement program during the Creator Day event in India. The program will provide live master classes with experts, latest information on trends, products, updates, and challenges to keep with what's unfolding on Instagram. So remember, guys, Facebook has taken this initiative. Moving on, next we have that recently which became the first Indian credit rating agency to join UN supported environmental social governance credit risk named Principles for Responsible Investment. We are talking about UN supported environmental social government credit risk named Principles for Responsible Investment. The options are CARE Ratings, India Ratings and Research, CRISIL, ICRA Limited, or Acute Ratings and Research. The right answer is Acute Ratings and Research has become the first local credit rating company to be associated with the Principles of Responsible Investment, that is PRI, which is a United Nations backed initiative that deals with ESG, environment, social governance, credit risk. It will act as a signatory to PRI's ESG in credit risk and rating statement, Fitch, Moody's, S&P Global, and others which are existing signatories of the GOJ. So that is a big thing. Remember the name Acute Ratings, first local credit rating company to be associated with PRI. Next we have that recently which company has launched Future Engineer program in India. The options are Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, or Twitter. Future Engineer program in India. The options Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, or Twitter. The right answer is Amazon. So Amazon has launched the Future Engineer program in India. It is company's global computer Science Education Program. Amazon Future Engineer Program was launched with the aim of addressing the gap by bringing early exposure and access to computer science education to students by means of in-person online blended learning formats. So, how can we remember this? Well, basically, Amazon is providing with support to the students at an early age to become the future engineers of India. So next we have that recently who has been appointed as the brand ambassador of Uttar Pradesh One District One Product program. One district one product. Well, we had a question regarding this in the NABARD phase 1 exam as well. So this is important. The brand ambassador of Uttar Pradesh One District One Product program. The options are Kangana Ranaut, Pankaj Tripathi, Kareena Kapoor, Amitabh Bachchan or Ayushmann Khurrana. The right answer is Kangana Ranaut. Uttar Pradesh government has named actor Kangana Ranaut as the brand ambassador of ambitious One District One Product program. So do remember Kangana Ranaut, the brand ambassador of Uttar Pradesh government's One District One Product program. Moving on, next we have that recently who authored the book titled Kathmandu Dilemma: Resettling India-Nepal Ties. The options are Rajit Rai, Jayant N. Khoburgade, Muhammad Abu Al Khair, K.S. Vijayanath or Suzuki Santoshi. What are we talking about? The author of the book Kathmandu Dilemma. The right answer for this is Ranjit Rai. So Ranjit Rai, former Indian ambassador to Nepal, has authored his first book titled Kathmandu Dilemma: Resettling India-Nepal Ties, which portrays the relationships between India and Nepal from perspective of India. So we are talking about the relationships between India and Nepal from the perspectives of India, and the book has been authored by the former ambassador to Nepal, Ranjit Rai. Name of the book is Kathmandu Dilemma. So moving on, next we have that recently who has been appointed as the chairman of Automotive Skills Development Council, that is ASDC. Come on guys, option A, B, C, D or E in the chat box. Question number 42. The options are Debrata Mukherjee, Vinod Agarwal, Vijay Kokhale, Amit Kumar or none of the above. What are we talking about? We are talking about the chairman of Automotive Skills Development Council, that is ASDC. The right answer for this is Vinod Agarwal. So the Automotive Skills Development Council has appointed automobile industry veteran Vinod Agarwal as its president. He will be replacing Nikunj Sanghi, who will leave SDC after serving it for 4 years. So moving on, next we have that recently which bank has approved $150 million loan for Chennai City Partnership Program. The options are World Bank, Asian Development Bank, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, New Development Bank or none of the above. What are we talking about? We are talking about the Chennai City Partnership Program, $150 million loan. The right answer is World Bank. So World Bank has approved $150 million loan for Chennai City Partnership Sustainable Urban Services. What will this particular initiative include? It will include the services for water supply, sewage, mobility, health and solid waste management. Along with that, along with the $150 million, World Bank has also approved $40 million loan which aims in improving quality of health services in Meghalaya. So we can say that World Bank is providing $150 million to Tamil Nadu and $40 million to Meghalaya. So would we be able to remember this? Well, yes. So in total, World Bank is providing $190, $190 million US dollars. So remember $40 million to Meghalaya, $150 million to Tamil Nadu. Next we have that recently the All India Car Rally Sudarshan Bharat Parikrama was flagged off on 2nd October by. So who flagged off the All India Car Rally Sudarshan Bharat Parikrama on 2nd October? The options are Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, Anurag Thakur, Kiren Rijiju or Amit Khare. The right answer is Amit Shah. So Union Home Minister Amit Shah has flagged off All India Car Rally of the National Security Guard on 2nd October as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Moving on, next we have that recently India unveiled a national action plan for dog mediated rabies elimination to eliminate rabies by which year? The options are 2025, 2027, 2030, 2032 or 2035. So we are planning to eliminate rabies by which year? Through the National Action Plan for Dog Mediated Rabies Elimination. The right answer is 2030. And India unveiled a national action plan for dog mediated rabies elimination, that is NAPRE, by 2030. It has been drafted by the National Center for Disease Control NCDC. World Rabies Day is observed on September 28, guys. And NAPRE is based on five major pillars: political will, sustained funding, intersectional planning, coordination, and review and operational research. So, what are the important key takeaways? We are planning to become rabies free by 2030, and the World Rabies Day is observed on September 28. Next, recently, who has been appointed as the Additional Director General of Military Nursing Service? The options are Ajit Sarkar, Samita Devrani, Sudeep Ghosh, Adhir Arora, or Astha Naik. So, who has been appointed as the Additional Director General of Military Nursing Services? The right answer is Smita Devrani. So, Major General Smita Devrani has assumed responsibility as Additional Director General of Military Nursing Services. So I hope this is clear, and now we can move on to the next question, that is, recently which country has observed its first National Day for Truth and Reconciliation? What are we talking about? National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Which country has observed the first National Day for Truth and Reconciliation? The options are Australia, Japan, UK, Canada, or USA. Australia, Japan, UK, Canada, USA. The right answer is Canada. So we know we all are familiar that Canadians are one of the most humble and basically true people in the world, and hence Canada has marked the first National Day for Truth and Reconciliation on September 30th. Moving on, next we have that recently Bal Raksha Kit is an immunity boosting medicine developed by which organization? The options are AIMS, AIIA, IIT Bombay, DRDO, or none of the above. Bal Raksha Kit, immunity boosting medicine, developed by which of the following organizations? The right answer is AIIA, that is the All India Institute of Ayurveda. Now, how can we remember this? Well, we know Ayurveda boosts your immunity. We all have heard this from our childhood, and hence the All India Institute of Ayurveda has come up with an immunity booster kit for children called Bal Raksha Kit. We call children as Balak. Hence, it has been named the Bal Raksha Kit. Moving on, next we have that recently which institution released a report best practices in the performance of district hospitals? The options are AIMS, Niti Aayog, Max, Tata, or DRDO. Which institute has released a report titled Best Practices in the Performance of District Hospitals? The right answer is Niti Aayog. So, Niti Aayog has released a report titled Best Practices in District Hospitals. The report has been made in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and WHO India. So, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare along with WHO India have helped Niti Aayog come up with this report. So, moving on, next we have that who has become the first player to complete 100 catches for a franchise in the IPL history. A single person to catch 100 catches for a single franchisee in IPL history. The options are Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, Glenn Maxwell, Suresh Raina, or Kieron Pollard. I hope I am guessing you all must have answered this question very easily. The right answer is MS Dhoni. So MS Dhoni has become first player to complete 100 catches for a franchisee Chennai Super Kings in the IPL. He reached the milestone in 44th game of IPL against Sunrisers Hyderabad. Suresh Raina is the closest to him with 109 total catches for both CSK and Gujarat Lions. Now, this number is for both Gujarat Lions and CSK. Hence, uh, Chennai Super Kings captain MS Dhoni is ahead of him because he has completed 100 catches from Chennai Super Kings alone. Moving on, next we have that what is the name of 12-day long military exercise held between India and Sri Lanka in October 2021 at Combat Training School, Sri Lanka? Guys, we have covered this news in detail in our previous videos, so I'll be going through these questions very quickly. You have to answer them. This will be your rapid fire question revision for your day 1 to day 5, which we have covered in the videos in detail. The options are Malabar, Mitra Shakti, Surya Kiran, Sampriti, or none of the above. The right answer is Mitra Shakti. So moving on, next we have that recently Asian TT Championships have commenced. Indian men's team secured which position or medal? Gold, silver, bronze, fourth or fifth? The right answer is bronze. And guys, Indian men's team won 2 bronze medals at Asian TT Championships. Next, we have that recently who among the following has inaugurated Indian Pavilion at Dubai Expo 2020? The options are Piyush Goyal, Mamta Banerjee, Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, or Amit Trivedi. Again, we have covered this, so I will go through it quickly. The right answer is Piyush Goyal. Next, we have that the US Fish and Wildlife Service (USFWS) has said that it might declare Dash as endangered after nearly 89% decline in population in last 2 decades. The options are vulture, butterfly, eagle, bumblebee, or seagull. The right answer for this is bumblebee. Next, we have that a new species of the blind swamp eel belonging to the genus Ractmachis has been discovered from a well in Dash. So, what are we talking about? A new blind swamp eel has been discovered from a well in which of the following cities? The options are Delhi, Bangalore, Udaipur, Gangtok, or Mumbai. The right answer is Mumbai. And the son of Chief Minister of Maharashtra is one of the person uh, to have a hand behind this discovery. Next, we have that the International Day of Older Persons is marked on the options are 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th October. The right answer for this is 1st October. Next, International Day of Non-Violence is marked on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th October. The right answer is the birth anniversary of Sri Mahatma Gandhi, that is 2nd October. Next, we have recently who among the following has taken charge as Vice Chief of Air Staff? The options are Sandeep Singh, B.R. Krishna, V.R. Chaudhary, R.K.S. Bhaduria, or none of the above. Who among the following has taken charge as Vice? Do look at the question carefully. Vice Chief of Air Staff. The right answer is Sandeep Singh. And who has taken charge as Chief of Air Staff? V.R. Chaudhary. Next, we have that which of the following days and weeks are marked on 4th October? The options are World Animal Day, World Habitat Day, World Space Week, or all of the above. Guys, we have covered a lot of days in this video. I would like if you, it would be really helpful for your own revision as well. I would honestly very, appreciate this if you could mark down the days, dates, and their themes in the chat box below. I will heart your comment, I will pin your comment, and I will share that particular comment in the next video, which will be coming up as day 6 of October. So do let me know what are the day themes of these particular days. Which of the following days has been marked on 4th October? World Animal Day, World Habitat Day, World Space Week. The right answer is all of the above. Next, who among the following has won the Durand Cup 2021? The options are Army Green, Bangalore Football Club Goa, Mohammedan Soccer Club, or none of the above. We know the right answer is FC Goa. The special thing about them was they maintained a 100% winning streak during the competition. Durand Cup, Asia's oldest and world's third oldest football tournament. I hope this is clear. Next, we have that recently how many Dare to Dream 2.0 award winners have been announced. The options are 22, 18, 43, or 1. The right answer is 40. Next, we have that Recently, Odisha has provided dash to power distribution companies to prevent elephant deaths. The options are 554 crores, 445 crores, 44.5 crores, 66.5 crores or 555 crores. The right answer is 445 crores have been provided by the Odisha government to power distribution companies in order to either increase the height of the power lines or get those safety equipment so that the elephants do not die through electrocution. Next, we have that recently which of the following companies has launched NAV e-cash card. The options are HDFC Bank, IDFC Bank, Yes Bank, RBL Bank or SBI cards. The right answer is SBI cards, and they have launched the NAV e-cash card with the Indian Navy. Now moving on, next we have that recently who among the following has been conferred the Nobel Prize 2021 in physics. The options are Soukoro Manabe and Klaus Hesselman, Giorgio Parisi, Benjamin List and David Macmillan, both A and B, or all of the above. What are we talking about? Nobel Prize in Physics 2021. The right answer is Soukoro Manabe and Klaus Hesselman along with Giorgio Parisi. So they will be getting the one half and he will be getting the other half. Moving on, next we have that recently who among the following has been conferred the Nobel Prize 2021 in chemistry. The options are Soukoro Manabe and Klaus Hesselman, Giorgio Parisi, Benjamin List, David McCallum, David Julius and Ardman Patpointian, or all of the above. What are we talking about? Nobel Prize in Chemistry 2021. The right answer is Benjamin List and David Macmillan. I hope you will be able to remember it this way, that Benjamin List and David Macmillan have been given the Nobel Prize in Chemistry 2021. Next, Nobel Prize in Medicine 2021. The options are again the same options. The right answer for Nobel Prize 2021 in Medicine is David Julius and Ardeben Petpotian. Next, the 5th edition of India-Japan Maritime Exercise named Dash will take place at Arabian Sea in October 2021. Guys, we have covered this, so I will give you 2 seconds time to answer this in the comment section below or the chat box. The options are Indo-Japan Maritime, GMX, Injex, Ginex or none of the above. We remembered it through Japan India Maritime Exercise, that is GMX. The 5th edition will take place at Arabian Sea. Next, we have that recently who among the following has sworn in as Prime Minister of Ethiopia. The options are Pedro Castillo, Saleh Work Zede, Abiy Ahmed, Ashraf Ghani or none of the above. The right answer is Abiy Ahmed. Next, we have that recently Arvind Trivedi has passed away. He belonged to which of the following professions? The options are acting, skiing, politics, teaching or flying. Arvind Trivedi, who played the role of Ravan in the Ramayan series, he was an actor who has recently passed away. Next, we have that recently Karnataka government has launched CM dashboard. Who among the following is the Chief Minister of Karnataka? The options are Shri Manohar Lal, Shri Baswaraj Bommai, Shri Jairam Thakur, Shri Chiranjit Singh Chani or none of the above. The right answer is Baswaraj Bommai, and Charanjit Singh Chani is the new Punjab Chief Minister. So guys, I hope you liked today's session. I hope you found it to be productive. So do let me know in the comment section below if you would like to make some if you have any suggestions, and for any queries you can send us an email at hello@edutab.co.in. You can use the code EDT40 at our website to avail 40% discount on our courses. Thank you for joining in, guys. Signing off, Devanshu Gupta.